Hello guys, I'm just going to give you a bit of information about the PREPLY application process. You want to go to PREPLY.com. If you want to be an English tutor like myself, click on become a tutor and you'll be directed to a page that says teach online. You'll see where you're going to have to sign up with your email and also create a password. You can also sign up with Facebook. Or they say sign up with email or continue with Facebook or a Google account. I didn't do any of those two, but I signed up with my email. So that is totally up to you how you sign. Just to note, guys, that nobody told me. Just make sure that when you sign up with whatever email you sign up with, never forward it to anybody else. Try to keep that email private as much as you can, or if you want to create an email specifically for that, go ahead and do that. Nobody had told me that, so I'm just making you aware of that fact. It was after I'd completed my application and got through that I realized that there are some fine prints to the bottom of the emails when you sign in and you open an email from PREPLY that you're not supposed to forward that particular email to anyone or give it out to anyone because it has sensitive information in there. And also that is the way that PREPLY will get in touch with you about your application, is through that particular email. Okay, first step of the application is actually 7 steps, I believe. And the first step, the first page that you get to is going to be the about page, and it's going to be your first name, your last name, your email, of course, and your country of origin, and the language that you speak. Then you have the photo, certification, education, your description, the video that you're going to do, as well as your availability. I have the continuation of the first step, which is you're going to put in the language that you're going to teach. So if it's English language, math, Arabic, Spanish, whatever language you're going to teach, you're going to put that in that slot. Then it's going to ask for your hourly rate. Well, that's a whole different kettle of fish and story to tell, but they suggest that you start off with $5 as your hourly rate. After stating your hourly rate, you're going to move on to put in the experience that you have, whether it be teaching, and the certificate, the education that you have in whatever area of expertise that you are applying to teach. Then you have the slot there to put your phone number. It is actually optional. You don't have to put your phone number, as well as you have to put your age. 2 is your profile photo. It is very, very important, guys, that you put a photo that you're centering the photo, facing forward, and the background. They give you details as to how you put the photo. The background must be a certain setting, and there must be nobody else or no other image really in that photo with you, because that was one of the mistakes that I made. When I applied, they had said that I need to upload my photo according to their guidelines, which I had to, go back and put a different photo in, and then it was my profile was approved and went live after that. So basically, step number 2, you're gonna put your photo. Number 3 is your teaching certification. So, that goes without saying. You're going to put your experience that you have for teaching that particular subject. Okay. So add your years of experience, years of study and all of that. You're going to have to make sure that you put that in. And you can also add your certificate. You're going to upload the certificate and they will verify it, and they will also place on your profile that your certification has been verified, which will help you out in the algorithm later on. Then stage number 4, your education. Of course, if you say you're a university graduate in that field or whatever it is, then you just go on and put that information in, your years of study, your specialization, and your degree type and all that. Next, and then the fifth stage is your profile description. Now, I cannot stress enough how important this part of the application process is, guys, because the profile description it will basically be a presentation of your skills and your experience and so on to the students that are out there, because most of the times when they're searching for you and they search on the site, they're searching for specific topics or specific information about the tutor, what you have to offer and all that. And I think that particular part of the profile remains the same, so you can't go back and change it after. So you have to make sure that you think of what you're going to put on there, because it's basically going to remain the same for as long as you're teaching on PREPLY. Note that on PREPLY they do not accept your for this area or this step, please do not put your last name. They will only accept your first name and probably the first initial, the first letter, of your last name. So they're going to put your first name, the initial for your last name, period, and that's it. And if you're going to proceed to write anything else, do not put your last name in there. They will ask you to change it. This thing is describing your teaching experience and how to motivate students to book a trial lesson with you. Two separate things, but I'm just stating them because of time. But you can put information in this and you can go back and change it after. But just say for the application process, make sure that you present yourself very well. Be careful of what you're putting in there, even though you can go back and change it after. But remember that the PREPLY team will review this information, and based on the information that you give, they will hire you or not hire you. So make sure that you put your skills, your qualifications, what you have to offer the students, your teaching style, very, very important, and focus on the students. Focus, please, on pleasing the students. Please let them know what your certification is. Also let them know your experience and the way in which you are going to teach them, your technique. Very, very important. And make sure that you motivate the students to book a trial lesson with you. Tell them that you'll see them in class, or you're looking forward to, to seeing them in class and having a trial lesson with them. So, and then you're going to move on to the next step. So the sixth step is the video introduction. So you're going to do a video introduction of yourself, basically repeating your qualifications, your experience, your teaching style, technique, or methodology, and just make sure that you present yourself very well, because this video will be put on PREPLY for the students to see, as well as this video will be critiqued by the PREPLY staff. So make sure that you do a very good video and speak very clearly, so that, and a little bit slower, so that the students can understand you, because most of them that are applying for classes, they do not speak the language. Remember that. So speak slowly, so that they'll be, well, not too slow, but at a pace where they'll be able to follow and understand what you're saying, because they can either book you or not book you based on the way you speak, because of course they're looking for the perfect match for themselves for a tutor. Okay, video here on PREPLY, record it and re-record it if you're not pleased with it. If you're not pleased with that particular video, please note that you can do a video on your own device, and then you can upload it through YouTube and put the information, the tag from YouTube, and insert it there at a later time, so that they can going to input your availability, which is going to be the days that you are available to teach, as well as the hours that you are available to teach, and it will also give you notification as to the peak hours that students are looking for teachers, and that will help you along the way, because you want to try to choose the peak hours, your timing within the peak hours, so that you'll get more students. Completed that, you're going to see it's going to be number 7, the last stage, which is going to be profile submitted, and it will tell you that your review in progress. So they will get back to you, I think within 2 to 3 days. Sometimes if they have an excess amount of applicants, they'll probably take a little bit longer. But for me, it took about 2 to 3 days, and I was very, very impressed. But the thing is, my profile did not go live right then, because as I told you before, there was an issue with the picture that I had uploaded. So I had to go now and put in a different picture according to specifications and guidelines for them. And then after that, about 2 or 3 days after that, I got an email saying that my profile was live. Yes. So I'm going to do another video about my experience, what happened when my profile went live. Guys, I was overwhelmed. So just stay tuned for that video, and I'm going to tell you.